Uh-oh. We're about to run out of gas. Sprinters are tough. These dudes have the Hall of Fame chase down, bro. Cars will only help you as long as they got some juice in them. I died. Guns will just accelerate your death. And even if you fight them hand to hand, if it's more than one or two, it's a war. You faked me out. Uh-oh. So knowing all this, I decided, why not try to survive in the most populated city on the map? I hate this game. And here's how it went. My first life I wanted to take a little slow, so I broke into this garage and stepped on this lady's head. I didn't really want to draw too much attention to myself, so I just kept kind of moving around and looting up whatever I could. Oh, that is insane! What was more insane was finding this car, which in the morning I ended up taking out to this... What is this, like a line of house? House line? Townhomes? Anyway, one of these buildings had a key for a van which had some much needed supplies. Finally, matches. Can smoke a cigarette. And by this point, I was a confident little fella. My skills had gone up, I had a lot of carpentry, weapons out the wazoo, and honestly, I was feeling like the sprinters weren't that bad. Like, this shit isn't hard at all. And with my newfound confidence, I saw this little boarded up house, which could have the sledgehammer and weapons I needed to just go make a base and be happy. So after clearing the backyard, I knew I was going to fight soon, and I saw that I was a little hungry, which means my strength is low, so I don't hit as hard. This guy kind of tracked me down. I finally got to eat the jam, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of dudes were all over me. And at first, I was handling it fine. You know, I was a little shook, but it wasn't that bad. Until this little shit nibbled on my ankle, and then I just started getting scratched left and right from the guys up top. Somehow I didn't get bit, but I was fucked up, hobbling around. Just objective survive. My idea was to just make as much distance between me, them, and the van. Between them, me, and the van. Me, something with the van. And once the gap was good, I made a beeline for the car. But at the last possible moment, I forgot how to open the door. Our next run starts with me taking two dudes at the same time. After stomping them out, I move around the house, loot up. Then I head into the woods behind the house, which ended up being a horrific decision. I'm kind of terrified. I heard someone. Oh my god. I think the forest is a great spot for me. Oh my god, why do they keep coming? Once I found the 8 pages, I could finally leave the forest and ended up going to this house over here.
Yeah, they go
oh my god.
After filling my Poland Spring bottle with some gasoline, I saw this guy with a chunky backpack on, and I wanted the chunky backpack.
Bitches! Oh god. Stay back! Stay back! Stay back! Alright, we're good. I'ma eat your bread. After eating that guy's bread, I went over to this medical patient and beat them up for their van. Then I filled it with my bottle of gasoline, then talked with some of the neighbors. As soon as I got it running, I knew exactly where I wanted to go. Into this tree. Afterward, I pushed through this squeeze. Please, just get me around this frickin' car. Oh, we're out. And drove around for a little bit until I ended up stumbling on this money spot. So I pulled up behind, decided to get into the fence, and what I got from the house doesn't really matter. As I was looking for a spot to call home, I died. God. My next run out, I wanted to be a little ambitious, bold even. So I decided to just run out in the middle of the street. Oh, my guy's exhausted. He's dead. Please, please. They're hit stunning me so much. Miraculously, I made it away from these guys and ended up in this parking garage where for some reason all of these guys were feeling a little lazy.
After making it to the laundry room, I push over this woman and then stomp on this cripple's head. Then I push the girl over again, run up the stairs, and steal this guy's apartment. And I was a little stressed out.
What do I do? After some careful planning, I decided to eat his grapes, take some of his water, and then jump out the first story window. And it went about as well as you would expect. In my next life, I woke up to my neighbor's house alarm going off. I just spawned. Please. Oh no. What is that? After waiting the alarm out, I went out and decided to get away from anything related to that house. I ended up finding this dude with a bag on him, so I stepped on him and took it for myself. While roaming around the streets, I found these two guys who I thought I could easily bully, but turns out that their squad was right around the corner just waiting to jump me. Actually baiting me. Uh-oh. My next life, I woke up. Oh my god, again? Why? Why? My next life I wanted to be a little more methodical, so after my usual loot run I decided to sneak around the streets and try to find some stores to go into. After talking with some of the locals, I decided to break down this door to find what goodies were inside. I don't know what I expected. After that moral defeat, I decided I needed to do something a little productive, and went down to this gas station to fill up on my gas cans. I had found a functional car earlier, and it just needed a little bit of juice. After taking what I could from the station, I snuck my way back to the car. Upon refueling it, I knew exactly where I wanted to go. Right into the station wagon. Eventually, I drove my way down to the local gun store. Knowing that there's probably a bunch of guys waiting outside, I decided that I'd take them for a little walk through the park. And once I thought I had them all, I decided to take them up this tree. So after realizing the tree was too small, I ditched them in the park next to the factory next to the river. With the area clear of the dead, I could finally enter the store, flip the light switch on, and gaze at all the, I don't know, guns and shit. Kinda need that, no? My car was pretty beat up from running over a bunch of dead guys, so I ended up finding a van in the parking lot next to the store, which, I mean, hey! After arming up, I decided to look for a shoreside location, needed a spot to hunker down. Ended up finding some old guy's house and broke into it. Finally having weapons and a spot to hunker down, I needed to work on my carpentry. Without it, there was no way I was going to keep myself alive. So after reading some books, I decided to go outside and work on the windows. While doing this, I was greeted by the neighbors.
Pain.
After having a calm discussion with them, I checked my wound. My mental was chalked for the next couple lives, so let's just speed run through them. This one, I just had a lot of pent-up anger.
Little woman. Guys are making out.
Whoa, you can't do that.
Okay, I killed them.
Until eventually, I literally just made a wrong turn and...
Oh. Getting chased. Possibly dying. I'm dead.
Next one, I was just walking around in my school uniform until eventually I pissed these guys off and then they jumped me in an alley and I died there. I was hopping backyards and then I got bit.
What do you mean?
Alright, well, I guess that's that. And here, like, bro, I just missed.
Uh-oh. We're about to run out of gas.
get the idea. I mean, there was one run where I was able to get a car, get to the gun store, but it didn't really matter because I fucked up a backstab and got murdered for it. Oh. I died. All these losses, all of the stuff I have learned in the past few deaths has taught me. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, bro. This is the run where I get well, okay?
This is it. This is the start. I've been gifted a free win if this car has gas. Yes! Yeah. Oh my god, it has gas. I know where I'm going. Sprinters, I get caught in the blender. Bah! 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 Stay back. I'm lethal. After clearing the lot for the 18th time, I finally get to go in again and get all the guns. Terrible. But this time was different. Because when I looted the store behind the gun store, or building, or warehouse, whatever, we get a sledgehammer and a splitting axe. I mean, bro, the script doesn't get any better. With the newly found sledgehammer, I was able to break into the backside of the store, which I had never done, and finally get some suppressors. I took my time moving all the loot. I didn't really get everything just because, I mean, there's so much freaking guns in there. I don't know what you expect from me. I set out to find a new spot for home. I didn't want to live on the shore because there wasn't really that much over there. Ended up finding this gated community, which I immediately had to beeline into given that I was just being chased by 19 Naruto runners. So I bail into the window, bump my head on some glass, go upstairs, and get into this room with cardboard boxes. After situating myself and patching my head wound, I prepare the room for the worst.
Can zombies break boxes?
Putting a bunch of... Stay back. There's a horde of them out there. This is not a good look. 57 bullets. I'm feeling a little sad. My guy's really anxious. At least I have this fresh cabbage to eat. You know what? I think I'm good to drop here. After bailing out the window, I begin the strenuous process of clearing out this neighborhood. And honestly, I was fairly lucky. None of the guys really followed me past the house. I guess they were just stuck smacking shit inside. So I started to just creep around the outside, killing what I could and honestly trying not to take too many on at once. Made that mistake too many times. That was the one I was gonna live in, and it's already barricaded. That's it. That's just peak. I immediately broke into the house and started to loot up. Although I knew I'd live here, I just wanted to make sure it was clear and keep moving on. I grabbed anything I thought was a useful supply, and continued clearing the back of the houses. I needed to be careful and didn't want to make too many mistakes. Uh-oh. Holy shit, that could have been so bad. Thank God it was just the one. After that guy almost tore me up, I decided to take things a little safer than even before. Extra safe, uber safe even. And as I stealthed around the houses, I ended up clearing up to this one. I had a few more guests than I expected. But nonetheless, it was pretty easy to clear. And I just had to take care of this one in the closet. What do you mean? That's some bullshit. Okay, if that hit me, I would have been mad. Thank God you're not a sprinter. Bro, and she was a walker. Wasn't even sprinting. After that little excursion, I finally finished clearing the town. See, I need to wall this off so that that doesn't happen. But walling myself in would have to wait, because I needed to barricade this out and get set up.
Alright, there we go.
I had broken the stairs because I didn't want some weeb to just run up and bite me in the middle of the night. And now I needed to get some wood to finish barricading the windows. With the garage door sealed, everything was good. I finally got back into the house and it was ready to just stop.
Loot tour, loot tour, loot tour. So this is all the food. Then we got the Mayday weapon. We're here, bang, got the ammo. Got the guns. We got the gas, we got the whatever this is. Then we got the medicals, which is also looking pretty lacking. I have a bunch of band-aids on me, so I don't need to worry about those. Got all the ciggies and stuff on us. We got the box of books, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna let my guy sleep, and I'm gonna go sleep real life because I'm fucking gassed out. I spent so much time doing this. It was so stressful. We just finished clearing everything. Need to lie down, take a nap.
The next day I got straight to business. It was time to seal off this front gate. Even if I was gonna make weak walls that were level 1, it would be something. But first I needed to clear it of any dead in the area. By the time I had finished clearing the front, my guy was already tired and I had to go take a nap.
Lie down and sleepy time. Uh-oh.
This was the first time I ever had any helicopter event happen, but I was already in such a safe spot that, like, it honestly was extremely uneventful. I just stayed in the house and waited it out.
Alright, it is time.
Using the wood I found in the house, I was able to build up a little, I don't know, frame outside my window. One thing I was very afraid of was running out of wood, so I just went around and chopped down every single tree I saw. I then gathered all the supplies and took them to the front gate where I finally could build the wall.
We're sealed!
After securing my safety in the town by sealing the front gate, I decided to make a little shooting platform for my backyard. And then I realized, why don't I just do that for the front yard?
I'm gonna start like putting out hawk food around your house. Attract hawks.
But the hawks would eat Chico. Precious Chihuahua.
Tommy's outside with Chico, Hawk swoops down, Tommy runs away, Hawk grabs Tommy.
You guys are retarded.
After finishing my shooting platform, I decided it was time to return home and make it a little more secure.
Okay.
And in the process, I fell on my arm with 20 pounds of wood on me.
Didn't mean to do that, but I jumped over a fence. And now my right arm is fucking destroyed.
Shut the fuck.
I was so hyper-focused on not throwing this run, I literally didn't do anything until I got level 7 carpentry and was able to upgrade all the walls to level 3.
Bang! It's time.
I mean, this is good. I mean, bro, who's gonna fight me? Nothing can get through these walls. I'm just building up everything. And I decided, once I finished this, that it was probably gonna be time to do some hunting. Fight back. After finishing the wall, I got up on the platform to basket my creation. A straight line. Then I took a little smoke, went to sleep, and the next day, it was shooting time. Oh yeah, but before that, because it was raining, I decided to put out a few barrels, but that doesn't really matter. Who cares about water supply? I mean, we're here to kill the sprinters. Or I guess survive it. What's really the goal here?
Alright,
it's starting to start blasting the front gate.
After wasting all that ammo, I decided it would be better if I just decided to move up to the top side of the house. I remember seeing some warehouses on my way in, so I slowly moved through just on foot to get up to whatever this is.
Alright, you know what?
I thought it was some like map place and I could get some more maps, maybe some info on the area near me, you know, a few annotated whatever things. But instead, I found this car with some keys in it, and then I moved into the house, not really realizing what it said on the top, and as soon as I opened the back door, or mid-door, whatever, the door.
Loot!
I wasn't really looking for any mass amount of loot. I had food and shit, but I just grabbed the important stuff, got in the car, and just took it home. I mean, this was a crazy find. I had food forever, pretty much. I just had to come walk up here if I ever started to run low, so I head back home and try to figure out what the fuck am I gonna do now. I have reached the point of Zomboid where you have so much food, you're safe, you're secure, that you literally, I'm just making shit up at this point of what to do. Because I could just sit at home probably for the next year and just munch on whatever's in that warehouse. But instead, I flip the radio on, drive back to the gun store, and clear the lot for the upteenth time. Like, bro, I think I've literally killed more things here than any other spot. And I almost die in the process. Again, I don't know what's with me and opening doors these days. You know what I'm only really realizing now? I just got this car. It was like pristine condition, and the first thing I do is just start smacking things with it. This is just why I can't keep good things. Now that I finally cleared most things, I was able to load up the car and take the rest of it back. But before I did that, I knew I had to run into this station wagon. I gotta say, getting to this part felt pretty good. I was able to just drive through the streets, no real casualties going on, because I had just cleared so much of this. I mean, I felt like real progress going on. Like, dude, I just look at these pile of corpses, I'm like, bro, I made that. And then that got me thinking, what if I just try and make, like, the largest pile of Sprinter corpses I could? Like, that's a dub, right? I have all this ammo, I have all this stuff, I have an extra car. Let's try it. So the next day, I just prep and get ready. Hop in the car, take it out to the front gate. I just want to take the time to say, if you made it this far, please like the video. It would mean a lot to me. It's my first time making something of this type. I plan on making more as well, so, you know, stick around if you want that. But anyway, after we get the car to the front gate, I had to take care of a few guys, so I dished out a little pain. And then the next day, I cleared out whatever was left in the front, and decided to drive the car into the other side, or town, or whatever, what would it be, township, over, and just started laying on the horn.
Jesus Christ, bro.
And so I continued. I ran back, I honked the horn, I went back to the wall, and I lit them the fuck up. You're seeing the supercut version of this, but bro, this took like 4 days in order to clear all of these guys out. I mean, I was just sitting here loading bullets, honking the horn, killing them. Like, dog. This shit was strenuous. Once it seemed like it was at a decent size and the corpse pile was big enough, I decided that it was time to just lay it to rest. And I also put on my sick new fit.
I am the park
outfit. And I decided to kill one more round of zombies. After clearing out most of them in the area, I decided, you know, why not? Let's go check out the town over. See what's going on here, if anything's popping. Started walking around it, just trying to see if there was anything left, really. And as soon as I saw even the smidgen of a few zombies left, I just dipped. There was no way I was gonna die and just, like, I don't know, ruin it. I was so terrified of everything, dude, because it's like 6 seconds and everything's gone. It doesn't matter, they just run you down. Realizing the trauma that the sprinters had brought me, I decided to take the car back to the front of the house, back of the house, whatever. And even though I had probably killed over 1,000 zombies there, it didn't feel like anything. I was still more afraid of them than they were of me, and honestly, this was overall just a moral defeat. So to bring my hopes up, I decided to check if the top side of my house was safe. Nope. That side is in fact not safe. With no more trees left inside of my property, I had to take apart some fences and other things in order to get the wood to procure some stairs. And really, this is what my life just boiled down to. Load up ammo, shoot them, go back to sleep, load up ammo, shoot them. There was no risk to me. I always took things super far away, and even though I had helicopter events to go off frequently, it didn't matter. I mean, everything was either dead or behind the wall, so they couldn't get to me. And I won, but it didn't feel like it. So this is where we're at. It's just me on a plateau. See the piles of corpses? Kind of. And there's nothing really to fight here. I'm trapped in these walls and it keeps them out, but keeps me in too. All the bags of rice and stuff will last another few days. Especially the way I starve myself. I mean, 24 days in, 834 killed. I'd say we beat this shit. All that's left to do is sit in my room, do nothing, and eat food. Kind of like real life if you think about it.